Welcome to Heaving Bosoms, the podcast where two best friends recap romance novels while getting narded and comically misnaming things. Hey HBs! It seems like spring is flirting with making an appearance in my area, and I feel like I might be able to breathe a little easier soon. You know, like get a little outside therapy, really those breaths of fresh air. I hope you're getting some fresh air whenever you can. This week on Patreon and our Apple Podcast bonus feeds, Sabrina and some pals from the TBR podcast are coming to tell me all about the rest of the Sweetverse series. This series that we're talking about book 1 today by Kathryn Moon and Lana Cole. I can't wait to hear about some of the characters we talk about this week. So that'll be this Friday on Patreon and our Apple Podcast subscription. We've had some wonderful people start supporting us on Patreon recently, so please help me in welcoming these beautiful beams of light. Mikia, Madison B, Kay, Gabrielle, Sybil, Mackenzie S, and Maggie F. Patreon is where you can get bonus episodes, like I mentioned earlier, these episodes early, ad-free, and all in one shot, live events, and so much more for as little as $5 a month. All right, this week we've got our first Omegaverse book, the very first one ever on the podcast. Here's part 1 of our recap of Baby and the Late Night Howlers by Kathryn Moon. Hello, Sabrina.
Oh, hello, my what did you call that? My naughty
Baby
little
and
friend?
the Large Knot Howlers. That's the only thing I've been able to remember.
My fucking mic. I'm so sorry. I read that and I did the thing. For context, listener, Melody messaged me, and I was doing that thing you do. Ooh. Where I was reading the message. Did you not get that reference?
Yeah, I do. Of course I do.
Okay.
And you breaking my heart in two.
Okay, I was like, oh no. Did I walk into
Are we doing
into
a
room
different
alone?
watch party this week?
Anyway, yeah, no, Melody messaged me that, and I did the thing where I like read message, right? And like did my thing. And then like put my phone down, walked away and did something else and went,
Hold on.
what'd she say? And I did go back and look at messages and did in fact see that instead of late night. Hi, spoiler alert. If you didn't, if you're one of those listeners who doesn't actually give a shit what the episode's about and did not look at what the episode is, hi, I was that listener too. So I get it. Yeah, we're doing
Baby and the Large Knot Howlers.
Shut the fuck up,
is
Melody.
what we're doing by
Baby
Kathryn Moon.
Baby and the Late Night Howlers.
I mean,
by
allegedly.
Kathryn Moon.
The only thing I saw in there was a bunch of large knots. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But anyway, listener, we're here because a couple of aspects of the universe all happen to converge at the same beautiful moment, which is we have had people request a Omegaverse.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know that we will have actually fit the bill until we do an MPreg, but
Yeah, but this is closer. Listener, I need you to know that the other day I was talking to and any of you who are Omegaverse readers out there, like Melody was like, we've done an Omegaverse. We did not today, Satan. No.
Technically, that's exactly what we did. Technically speaking.
Go fuck yourself.
Different vibes. So if you're going for vibes,
I don't
different.
even think there was a heat in that book.
Yeah, I thought there was.
I don't think that
I mean, there was a lot of slick. Okay?
I'll have to go look at it again.
Slick all over the place.
That's not what we talk about, baby, okay? And you, baby, not baby, the legal driver's license name. Anyway.
That book had more slick than even this book. Okay, so.
Maybe descripted. On page.
It was definitely descripted for sure on page. Yeah.
And not today, but it wasn't like there was more slick than we were ever aware of in this book, Melody.
In Baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Kathryn Moon was very polite about the fluids in a way that I wasn't used to.
She doesn't stay that.
Omegaverse.
It doesn't stay that way.
Okay. Good.
It doesn't stay that way.
Fair enough.
But a bunch of things all happened at once because we needed Omegaverse, right? We wanted like that has been something requested previously.
Yes.
On top of that, congrats to you, Kathryn Moon, for getting picked up for your part of the Sweetverse series.
Oh yeah, by a trad.
And
happy
420, Melody.
Happy episode 420,
Happy
Sabrina.
episode 420. We wanted a book for our 420th episode that was marijuana positive. And
Indeed.
One of our heroes in this book does, in fact, run a dispensary.
I'm so sorry.
And weed is also...
does not.
It is so beyond that. He is a fucking genius.
Yes.
A weed science genius.
Sabrina didn't think about it, but she definitely found a catnip hero for me, Melody.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking that. Okay, so it's been 3.5 years since I read this book.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I was reading it, and I was like...
Because here's the thing. Tom does the dispensary. Okay, Tom does all the people business. This guy is just the grower. Okay.
And he's like a hot science grower.
Yeah.
Which is so funny to me because, like, growing up in Southern California, where, like, even when weed wasn't legal, it's weed.
Yeah.
You know, I very much grew up in the culture of, like... It's weed. It's fine. Right. It's whatever. Like, I don't do drugs. I smoke weed. Like,
sure. Sure.
And, like, hearing stories about, like, my parents, or at least one of my parents, like, growing weed in the backyard. And then mom being like, oh, what plant is that? And it's like, school science experiment.
Yeah, totally.
Don't touch it.
New wildflower. So.
Yeah, exactly. And like, it was just one of those things. And like, so I grew up like, oh, where'd you get your weed? Oh yeah, so and so, like, whatever. It's like, I did not keep up with the weed times as I've gotten older. And every time I like peek into the door to like look at weed times nowadays, I'm like, oh, it's the strains, the uppers, the downers.
I
just want to know what kind of high it is. I don't care, actually, frankly, because that wasn't a thing when I was growing. Like sativa, indica, head high, body high, upper, downer.
No, it didn't matter. Could scrounge up.
You just smoked weed. What are you talking about? You have a different high. Smoking different weed.
Now, so, the only thing I need to know is, will I get paranoid and silent? Because that's the only high I do not enjoy.
Especially because, like, now there's THC drinks. There's, like, you can just buy an edible instead of making just brownies.
Oh, my God. Instead of doing your own
shittiest
oil.
Weed butter.
Yes. and then not knowing if it's like evenly dispersed or what the content is.
One brownie is
one brownie's
like,
gonna wreck you for the rest of the day.
Eat it and you're like, I don't know that there's weed. Did I actually
I don't feel anything.
Did I put the weed in here? And like maybe it just didn't hit that one.
Yep.
And then you eat you're like, oh yeah. Or like you get like a little high and then you make a second brownie. You have a second brownie a different day. And
Look
you're
out.
like, oh.
Got hit by a Mack truck.
I smell colors.
Yes.
I smell colors and I functionally cannot speak.
Ryan, aka Green, also makes oil for edibles, so he knows how to do that. Everybody okay?
This motherfucker makes massage oils. Did you not catch that? That check
did
didn't
I not
get cashed.
catch that?
That check didn't get cashed, but like he makes THC infused massage oils.
I noticed that, and I was really mad that check didn't get cashed.
Okay, look, it's hard to cash all of the checks when you have 6 studly studs.
I hear
all trying to make space.
The DP got cashed, and Beta Bytes got cashed. Lots of things.
Yes.
There were many checks in this one that got cashed.
I am not mad at Kathryn Moon with certain things. Like, I get it. You had to pick and choose.
Ryan is the first one to bond her because he's just like so stable and stoic, and he's sure in his choices and sure in her. He's so confident, Sabrina, and emotionally like level. You know, Ryan is.
Yeah, Ryan's a quality alpha. Yeah, and I forgot just how much I really enjoy Baby in the Late Night. Like, I knew I like it. This is like, if people ask me for an Omegaverse intro, this series is a good intro. The go-to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
it's very approachable.
I mean, frankly, it's not crazy. It's not crazy. I've gone long down the rabbit hole, and I've been down the rabbit hole since long before the Sweetverse, when it was ABO on fanfiction.net. So like, I've visited, and this is like, this is the welcome center.
Yeah, this is Omegaverse Next Door. You know?
Except it is a motorcycle club, so like they're not next door. They're the strip mall down the road.
But they're also the most polite bikers who refuse to do crimes or revenge.
They're so cute and wholesome.
Oh God, guys, I think we need to get the police involved, is what these bikers say.
We need to have our inside guys, but they're not really inside guys. They're just regulars at the bar who they get along with. There's no bribery involved.
None. It's great.
But anyway, just because I know that like the average Heaving Bosoms listener may not have context, okay? I know we've kind of talked about it a little bit. Omegaverse, if you don't know what it is there's alphas, betas, omegas. Alphas are I'm big alpha.
Make decision.
I
big alpha growl.
Big knot, and I'm not gonna tell you, as that's an outside comment, me, Sabrina. I'm not gonna tell you how lady alphas work because that's a secret.
I need to read Bad Alpha.
And you need to read Bad Alpha, where there is a lady alpha on page sexually, unlike this book where there's an entire lady alpha motorcycle gang.
And we see them one time and then they disappear into the mist. I was pretty mad about that too.
I want them. I would read a series about that lady motorcycle gang.
Obviously, Sabrina. Obviously.
This book really said, bisexual panic. And like turned it up to like 29.
It's true.
Anyway, but yeah, so like you have those alphas.
They take charge.
And then you have betas who are just people.
They're just nice people. Yeah.
They're just people. And then omegas who are just, doesn't matter what type of parts you have. Every once in a while, you're just a screaming wet hole that can only be satisfied by orgasms.
Yes, and knots.
Yeah.
Like, a dick will, work. But there's going to be something missing until you get that knot in there.
I don't know if it's somewhere in this series, but I definitely, because I've read a lot of Omegaverse, but I've definitely read an Omegaverse where the alpha wasn't available or they weren't ready to knot yet or something. And so they did just fully fist her.
Yeah, you gotta fist
they're
them.
like, home. Like, here we go.
And I'm shocked that she didn't break their hand. You know what I mean? With that Omega clutch that I've been reading about.
Clutch.
Oh,
was
my
that a word
gosh.
that was used? I
don't know. Maybe I'm just using it.
I mean, it does. There is a clutch involved. There's
not
no
clutch like eggs. That's a totally different type of romance. Okay,
I did not
this
go
is clutch.
oviposition. I was taking this as a verb, not as a
that's
ovary.
Great. That's how I meant it. Oh, thank goodness. Great. Yep.
Oh my God. I cannot make another lady love about food, Melody.
Sure you can.
No, I already have a lady love for this week. I also, I just can't, especially, I cannot turn my lady loves into my version of the Tism Tray updates. Okay. That is not allowed. And
we can just make that a segment if you want. Tism Tray update.
Sabrina's Tism Tray update. That is unnecessary. Because it would be boring. Because most of the, sometimes it's a week at a time and sometimes it's 4 months of just the same thing. Melody mentioning eggs, I just cannot possibly express to you. This is such a good example of a food being the only thing that is anything to you. I literally watched a react video of people have you ever heard of that thing, try not to eat?
No.
Oh, I cannot possibly explain it to you, but I watched an episode of it last night with the pals. And it was Studio Ghibli foods.
Oh,
and so they made things and it all looked so good. It looked amazing. And I was so hungry. And by God, my go-to right now is eggs and rice. I had rice made before I left for the gym. Mm-hmm. And I was watching all of this delicious food that I have dreamed about from Studio Ghibli films since I was at least 7 or 8 years old. Yeah. Dreamed about these foods. And when it ended, I went, I'm about to fuck up some rice and eggs. It wasn't even, man, I'm really sad I can't have that. I was legitimately stoked to be going home and eating my...
Perfect.
Yeah. I was like...
Perfect.
If that is not... autistic safe food at work, I don't know what it is. Or maybe it's an ADHD hyperfixation food. Who knows? Could be
Who
both.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Okay, so baby is 26. She's been a beta her whole life. There's no omegas in her family, and there's nothing on the horizon for her as far as, her designation shifting. Because that's what it's called. If you're an alpha, a beta, or omega, that's your designation. And so she and her friend Lola, both betas, they're out at this alpha bar because they want to get dick down real good. Lola does. Lola is very into alphas, and that's gonna, bite her in the ass and set her up for a two-book arc of healing and finding her pack.
Melody has no interest in reading it, and I
don't.
Oh my God, it's so good, though.
I wish Lola the best. You know what I mean? I'm really stoked for her. That does
remind me, though, I am in cahoots with the TBR girlies, listener. Yeah. We're going to be bringing some TBR girly, because all 4 of us are real into the Sweetverse. We love
Yeah.
it. And we are preparing a reread. Like, they are preparing a reread for themselves because of the Trad Pub thing for Kathryn Moon.
Ooh.
And we will be bringing them on for a Patreon episode to talk about the rest of the series, because I don't know. I may have convinced Melody to read Bad Alpha.
I borrowed
because
it.
Of the questions.
The lady alpha boy omega situation that I need to understand.
Yes.
I don't know how it works in the Sweetverse, you know?
I don't know that I've read a lady alpha outside of the Sweetverse. Not as a main character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sure
I don't
they
see
exist.
it very often. Sure. Hey, Heaving Bosoms podcast at gmail.com.
Oh my God.
If you've got lady alphas, get us
Melody.
get in us. What? Get into
Not
here.
us. Let's get
Let's get
nart
naughty.
us.
Nart us right up.
Listener, if you need a book for what is, I don't even remember what the embrace category is. Get narted.
Yeah. Something like
Narded,
that.
nardy, I don't know. Yeah, let's
Get
get
narded.
nardy. Anyway, this is like, feel free. Yeah, I would love. Oh my God, Sapphic Omegaverse.
Ooh,
I want that.
I didn't even think about that.
I wonder if Francis, our third leg.
I bet our third leg would know.
I bet our third leg knows. Has
Yeah.
recommendations.
Okay, look, we're at this alpha bar. It's like a grungy MC alpha bar. And Lola brought her here because she really needs to get that alpha dick down. And Baby's already a little bit nervous, except that she becomes extra quadruple to the moon and back nervous when she starts perfuming like an Omega for the first time in her life, because holy fuckballs, she is in fact an Omega. She's just been an Omega in beta disguise, apparently. And usually this comes in at like puberty, or like you get signs of it or whatever.
Yeah, no,
Coming
go fuck
in-
yourself. This is the 11th hour.
Yeah, her body's just like, zippity doo-dah, we're gonna be here and it's happening. So she's like trying to figure out how to get herself out of this bar without having these alphas smell her and go into a rut, which sounds terrifying, just if anyone was wondering. And this guy comes up behind her, and he smells so good, okay? He smells like apple pie.
Citrus? No.
Cinnamon,
Oh, yeah.
and like a little hint of lemon underneath. And she's like, oh boy, this is dangerous because this is an alpha that I'm like super into. And he's like, hey, Precious, which he calls her for the rest of the book, because most of these guys have a special nickname for her that I was very into.
I'm such a slut for a special nickname, and let me tell you, Omegaverse really delivers on that when there's, 7 alphas, and like it adds to the experience of these are separate relationships.
Yes.
This is the horniest polycule situation.
Yeah.
Like, I've thought a lot about, like, as somebody who is so, like, you don't get to control my life.
Yes.
This is my life, and you're invited to be part of it on my expectations.
My terms,
kind of
my
thing.
level.
Yeah, my terms.
Mhm.
I've spent a lot of time, like, why is Omegaverse such a draw to me? And I realize it's because they're so possessed, but they're also like, I love that you're with that person. I love seeing you flourish and bloom and happy and living your best life, but also you're mine. And I'm like, yes, that's that.
Man, I gotta tell you, Sabrina, I would be the happiest Omega. Okay, I would
10,000
be
people are
set up for fucking life. I would be so good.
From youth, people, like, when I was reading ABO back in the Gap, people are like, what designation do you think Omega?
Please.
Omega.
No, you know what?
No.
I would probably.
I am literally nesting right now. They used to call, the way I used to sleep, Melody, is frankly unhinged. I'll have to find a picture and send it to you, but my friends used to call it the nest because it was literally just a pile of blankets and pillows. And the way I entered and exited it was I had like a tunnel and I would like crawl inside of it and like pat it down so it was still warm, and my little head would poke out the top and like I would just like like no question.
Yeah. Although, you know what? The way that life really works out for the most part, I would end up being a Lola. I would end up being a beta that wanted to be an Omega
there's
so
no way
badly.
I would be an Omega. The yearning to be an Omega, I would absolutely be a Lola.
Maybe that's why I don't want to read Lola's book. It's too real for me.
Honestly, it's a flip of the coin whether I experience life as a Lola or as your typical beta. You know what I mean?
Like
totally. Am I gonna get sexually assaulted by a rival biker gang? I don't know.
Who knows?
It's kind of a 50-50.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy comes up and he's like, hey, are you with somebody? Is this your pack? And she's like, uh-uh. And he's like, okay, we got to get you out of here. You can drive my car. He does. He's like, I think I can, because then he says, she's like, oh no, I'm so scared. And he's like, no. Take a whiff, like really smell me. And so she puts her face up into his neck and she smells that he's a beta just covered in alpha.
The snuffling in an Omegaverse. I have full body chills right now. Let me just huff you. I just want to sniff.
Deep down into my bones. Yeah. And so he's just like a beta that's been so goodly taken care of by an alpha that smells incredible to her. And so he's like, let's get you out of this bar. Let's get you to the car and you can drive it and you can go wherever you want. And I will see you to the door and I will be like a gentleman about it. And so she's like, okay, I'm going to take a chance on this guy because it seems like he's on the level. And as they're driving away, because he can tell that she perfumes even harder when she gets into his truck because it smells even more like this alpha. And she's like, pull it together, baby. She tells him her name is Baby, like her government name is Baby.
Okay, hang on. We cannot just walk past this because...
No.
What
the fuck?
The fuck, Baby's parents?
What the fuck? That looks like a baby? you just decided?
That's the explanation for her name. They were just like, that looks like a baby.
Baby, what?
Oh my god, what? You could have just named her Potato.
Truly.
New babies look like potatoes.
There is, oh god, I think it's an Eden Finley. It might be an Eden Finley and a Saxon James book. It's one of the CU hockey books. And it's the second one, which I love because it's like rivals that hate each other, or one of them hates the other one. The other one's like, I don't know, man. But they end up like having some real aggressive sex as a result, you know? But he gets so angry and he thinks that this guy is like kind of cheating on their situationship because a girl comes up to him and he's like, oh my God, Baby. And so he's like, he gets like hammered. He's so jealous. And then he finds out later that Baby is this guy's little sister, and that is also her government name.
Do you know how fast I would spend all of my money to get my goddamn name changed?
So fast. So fucking fast.
I've never even legally changed my actual name. And I have a desperate desire to. If I ever legally get married, it is exclusively for the ease of which it is to legally change your name for it.
Yeah.
And so like the idea,
ridiculous.
I would spend that money.
Oh God. Yes. You want me to come back to court 4 times? Done. I'll figure it out. No worries. What hoop next do you need me to jump through? Is it flaming? Fine. Oh, I would be so done with it. Anyway, so he's like, where do you want to go? And she's like on the fence. And he's like, honestly, I really think you need to go to the Omega Center. And she's like, oh, yeah, you're probably right. Because she just lives in a regular beta apartment with like alphas around, you know? That's not going to be great.
Yeah. Hey, listener, this is also, and I guess you as well, Melody.
Okay.
Hello.
I feel like I should warn listeners walking into Omegaverse for the first time, if this prompts your interest,
Okay.
if this prompts your interest
fancy.
and you're like, I'm curious about going down the Omegaverse rabbit hole.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go let you know right now, 95% of Omegaverse is not, this is called the sweet verse, and it is a very sweet version of the Omegaverse universes, because usually Omegas are not put up on a lovey-dovey pedestal.
No, they're like
they are,
trafficked
in fact,
and
trafficked,
abducted.
third-class citizens, abduction. They have no right. It's very, especially in the current world climate.
It's a little too real.
It's a little on the nose. Cough, cough, Roe v. Wade. Cough, cough. Epstein files. Cough, cough. Ice. Cough, cough. Like, I could keep going.
Sure.
But the point is that I need to, and like, to be clear, in a lot of those books, they end up in a delightful, warm, fuzzy little situation.
That is the author's job.
With good alphas and good betas, and it's delightful. I would say that that's only about 42.5% of the books, though, right? Where even that's the half, because they're classically ABO and Omega verses. Just check your content warnings. Make sure that you are prepared. And if you want fluffy, I have more recommendations for it. I have a host of fluffy Omegaverse too. If you're curious about dipping.
Today was another one. It had didn't that one have a center also? I swear there was a center where they were like, we'll make you a nest and we'll like get you some people to like help you through it. Isn't that not today?
Do I not remember not today at all, apparently?
I might be fucking that up. I might be turning two books into one book.
I thought not today is when she
goes to she draws all over the house in chalk, and then the devil comes, the demon comes to knot her up.
It was an Omegaverse.
No,
I think
you're
it's
right.
just she's a normal human getting knotted by
I don't know what other book I'm thinking of then, because I definitely have a memory that I have attached to this book. Anyway, some of them have what's called an Omega Center, because you need infrastructure to keep the alphas at bay.
Well, and this is what prompted a lot of these books that are out there that you just might randomly, if you open up your compooper or your phone or your reading describer decision of choice, and you search in Omegaverse and you just click the first thing that pops up, there's a very low chance that there's going to be something like the Omega Center, and there is more likely to be something, or let me put it this way, it's not
the Omega Center will be sinister.
It's not where the Omega wants to go.
Yeah. They're constantly hiding from the Omega Center.
Yeah, it's not a situation where you're like, you want me to take you to the Omega? Yeah, that's the safest thing for me to do. Yeah, no, it's more like I will sell my body to you so I don't go there, where I would end up not selling anything, and a lot would be taken.
Yeah. Rub your beta all over me, please.
Yeah, so just a warning to listener.
Right. So this Omega Center actually acts as like a matchmaking service as well. They not only school the Omegas on what all's involved, what they need to do, how they're going to feel.
Oh, what a dream.
Right. I would love to work here if I was a beta also.
I don't know if I could handle the deep-seated envy. I'd be
too much
so
jealousy.
jealous.
I can't believe Yvonne wasn't more bitter. You know what I mean? Yvonne is one of the ladies who works there, and she has a lot of opinions on like what is appropriate for an Omega, and it's usually like fancy, you know? And our baby is just she's not a fancy gal. She doesn't need all that. And boy, is it hard for her to convince everybody in this book that she doesn't need.
Including the first alpha that we meet.
I mean, mostly the first alpha that we meet. Boy, this guy has a chip on his shoulder. Yikes. That apple pie got dinged up.
Apple pie, I need you to get your shit together.
That's exactly. Yeah. So anyway, she gets a bunch of like scent cards to see what smells yummy and what smells like soap, I guess. and or like dog shit, I guess, is something that can happen.
Like a cilantro, you know, either you like it or you don't, and it's probably some kind of genetic something.
Yeah, and she doesn't really connect with, she like maybe connects with one pack that's currently in the roster, but they have to pull out like defunct memberships because alpha packs pay to be presented to prospective omegas and be considered. And so oh my God, she smells apple pie in one of them. And she's like, fucking home run. Here we go. And she smells the rest of the... Yes.
She was hoping to find him.
Yeah, because especially since, like, this beta, one of the questions she asks Seth, the beta, Bomber is his MC name, is like, are you going to kidnap me and take me to your alpha? And he's like, okay, no, first of all, even if he asked.
That's also a thing. Hey, listener, if you've ever read a motorcycle club romance, and you read this or you listen to this episode and you're like, wow, that sounds wonderful. I'm just going to let you know.
This is an outlier.
Kind of like the Omegaverse conversation that we just had.
Yeah.
Except more, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, it's even, like
extra more.
Yeah. It's just, don't expect the other ones to be like this, okay?
Right. Absolutely. Because, like, not only did she like the smell of that alpha, she really liked the smell of Seth. She liked Seth's style. You know, like, she would date him as a regular beta if she possibly could. And so she's really hoping they're in there. And then it turns out that there's, like, 12 alphas in this group. 5 of them smell like absolute heaven. One of them, if you're wondering, smells like dark forest and ginger. That ends up being Ryan, my dreamboat. And then another one smells like coffee. Another one smells like roses that you just want to like bone, you know? And then the rest of them just smell very comforting.
Oh my God. And the one who smells like roses is just the sweetest giant.
Yes. He's huge. Yeah.
I don't
remember what Sanjay smells like. The tornado is his name.
I can tell you because that is something that I track.
Please.
In my thing.
Please.
I think Sanjay is dark coffee. Dark
is
cherry.
He the coffee?
No, he's dark
Oh God,
cherry.
he's cherry. Yeah.
Okay. We're jumping ahead of things, but
we are.
Yeah.
No, but that's what she smells in the things. And so now they're like, okay, we're going to see 3 packs and we're going to figure it out. And so we find out that like choosing a pack is very important because if you bond with the right pack, it feels like coming home and being constantly comforted and just being cared for and all that. And if you don't bond with an alpha that's right for you, it kind of feels like claustrophobic and somebody's always looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I am
I'm
going to
give it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of the hunt. But are you getting the thrill of the best deals? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love with the most savings and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores and even stack sales on top of cash back. It's easy to use and you get your cash back through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app and never miss a deal. Or go to Rakuten.com to start getting the most bang for your buck. That's Rakuten.
Thanks, Ashley, for being here. You are.
And you can have varying bonds with different packs. You can choose just out of like sexual ferocity, or you can choose out of
there's a,
how much like can you offer me?
There's
basically.
an Omega that she gets talking to, and this like plays into her decision making and how she does things. Is she met an Omega who ended up basically compromising between perfect pack smell wise and chemistry wise and perfect pack comfort wise, essentially, because one of the packs the pack that she was deeply drawn to just couldn't attend to her creature comforts the way that and security the way that a different pack that was okay could.
Right.
And she's like,
and she ended up being
I
happy,
don't regret,
but she does have like that lingering thing in the back of her mind. I think.
Yeah.
I fully thought that Omega was going to be Jonah's mom. Fully thought that. Fully. Right? It's not. She's not. She's just like a regular lady. She's just like some lady out there. But I swear to God, because Jonah, the apple pie one, I'm skipping ahead, his hang up is that his mom was with the MC but didn't bond anybody. And then once she had him and she was like, God, MC life sucks. Because especially like his dad was just transitioning out of
above the law or like
above board. Yeah. They were transitioning out of criminal activity with his dad. And like Jonah finished that up. And so she like moved on after being with them for years.
If that had
and not
been
bonding.
If that had been the case, this would have been a two-parter. And like, not this episode. This book would have had to be a two-parter.
Maybe that's why she didn't do it. Anyway, and so she then like left that pack, went to a schmancy pack that had like a really nice nest and could get her ballet tickets or whatever, and immediately bonded them and started like a new family.
And this gets discussed a little bit later because so Lana Cole and Kathryn Moon's books are all in the same universe. Like there's a little bit of crossover, right? You see these characters, blah, 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 that kind of lead into future books and things like that. And some of them are completely separate, but it's all the same universe. And this is very much, it's not, I don't remember if it's explicitly stated later in the series, but if you are a pack with the Omega Center, you are at least a little comfortable financially. Like, you just cannot afford to be there. And so I get like, there's some classism involved.
There's a lot of classism for sure. Yeah. I mean, and that kind of makes sense in that like biologically it's not necessarily patriarchal because there are female alphas, but there is a really strict hierarchy as far as biology is concerned. So yeah, classism definitely comes involved.
One of my favorite things about Omegaverse as a subgenre is because some other books talk about it more explicitly and about how alpha, omega, beta is more of a secondary gender or sex than just a designation kind of thing. And like, I think that's part of the reason I'm not kidding when I say like future content warning if you dive into Omegaverse, because it it parallels some things that are happening in the world in a way that is deeply uncomfortable because essentially alphas are men.
Yes.
And omegas are women in the in a patriarchal society where feminism has not made the leaps and bounds that it has.
Well, yeah, it's all of that on steroids.
Yes.
Is what it is. Yeah.
It's dystopian. If it wasn't Omegaverse, it would be dystopian, right? Like, and this is just a light, fluffy version of that.
And I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she goes and visits like all of these packs. And the second one that she visits is the motorcycle club. And they are a motorcycle club set up in a strip mall. And a bunch of the different pack members like run the different businesses. So there's like the Howl at the Moon Diner or something like that. There's a dispensary because the whole thing is the Late Night Howlers, and that's what the bar's name is. Seth and Jonah, Apple Pie, and the Beta run the bar. Citrus lemon.
Citrus
yum.
lemon?
Yeah, that's for me, is what I'm saying. Like, yum. And then, like, there's a bunch of other stuff in there that everybody, like, contributes to, right? But it's not fancy at all. It's still a strip mall, you know? So she is going up and she's, like, trying to, like, keep it together and not be too excited until Seth opens the door with a beaming smile on his face and she just launches herself at him.
Hey, precious.
And she says, like, oh, my God, I was hoping it was you. And he says, I was really hoping that you were the one that wanted to meet with us, too.
Well, because their pack gets a call from the Omega Center and is like, hey, so you don't need to pay past dues because they let their thing lapse, right? And
yeah, nobody picked them.
For 8
They only wanted
years,
Schmitzy
they
packs.
were paying their annual boo-boos.
Yeah.
And then they would come see them and everyone would get really hopeful and then they'd get left.
They get their heart broken is what they would get. And Jonah and Seth are a couple and have been a couple for a long time, like 10 years or something like that. Not only is Jonah the president of the club and Seth is the VP, but they're also a romantic couple that's very committed. And a lot of the other alphas in the pack also have betas on premises that they are, like, you know, going steady with, I guess. Because it seems like in the hopes of having an Omega, none of the alphas actually officially bond any of the betas that are there.
Well, because most Omegas would probably have an issue, even if there's a difference between bonding and packing up, right? So an Omega can become part of a pack, and that is that pack's Omega in this universe. But you may only bond, which is the bite mark, which means you now share in this universe anyway. You can feel
Emotions
their feelings and like things like
you're just connected all the time.
Metaphysical connection,
Right.
and. But if you don't bond with all of the alphas in the pack,
sometimes the Omegas will, like, kick you around.
Most of the time.
That's fucked up.
And it's a scent thing. It's that's not, I don't understand it. I would be a baby.
I would have to leave the pack. I would be a baby for sure. But like, it's so weird because we hear stories about an Omega that was bonded with 3 out of the 5 alphas in the pack, and still
2 out of the
2.
5.
Sure.
4 or 5 is
and then,
worse.
But then the other 3, my understanding is that they're essentially relegated. Yeah, my understanding is that they were essentially relegated to, like, the cuck chair, maybe. Or maybe not even that.
No, not even that. They're just not allowed.
They're not allowed to have any kind of
with
physical, anybody. And I guess alphas will be okay with that because that overpowers any, like, sexual urge is, like, pleasing the Omega.
Yeah, it's biological imperative.
I don't know. Woof. I think I'd have to go.
Woof indeed.
Woof. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, why would you be so controlling? Just, like, don't. That's so weird that you would be like, I don't want you, but nobody else can have you either. That sucks. That sucks so hard. And why wouldn't the alphas leave is also my question, you know, unless they were in a Jonah-Seth situation where they were together.
Because they're pack.
Maybe they're aromantic. Maybe there are alphas who are asexual. That's also possible. Maybe they just deal with it because pleasing the Omega is enough satisfaction. Who the fuck knows? Couldn't be me. So anyway, she goes in there. She meets Jonah, who is Apple Pie, a.k.a. Scorch. Okay, that's his MC name is Scorch.
Yeah.
and she wants to mount him immediately. And both of them are like white knuckling, trying to stay away from each
He
other.
smelled like apple pie, and he was looking at me like I just pulled a gun on him. Which is so fucking funny because Jonah is the prez of this motorcycle club, and he is like, oh my god, 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 oh my god,
What do I do with my hands?
Well, especially because like her scent is so overpowering to him that when Bomber Seth, the beta, got back from the bar that first night when he dropped her off at the Omega Center, Jonah went fully feral and like obliterated Seth and was like, I'm so sorry about that.
And Seth was like, no worries. It was my pleasure.
My pleasure.
So anyway, Yvonne, the center's like representative who's shepherding her through this day of meeting PAX is
Yvonne is a judgmental bitch.
She's a snob, yeah. And so she's like, I mean, when they rolled up to this strip mall, she was like, just because we set up the appointment doesn't mean you have to like actually keep it. And she's like, if this is apple pie and the rest of those hot motherfuckers, I'm going to check it out. That's what I'm going to do, okay? Mm-hmm. So then Jonah is hilariously both doing the meeting as, you know, should be done. He's introducing her to people. He's, you know, giving her information, but he's also trying really hard to talk her out of choosing them at the same time. He's like, I need to be up front. It's a shithole in here, okay? And it's not getting better.
He's doing the thing where he's like, if I scare her off now before we get attached.
Yes. Yeah.
He's trauma dumping.
Kinda.
I'm in the sense of like, I'm going to tell you all of the most terrible possible thing. I'm going to give you none of the positives. I'm going to give you all of the negatives because I have rejection sensitivity and I have trauma. And I'm
going to reject me before you reject me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So he takes her into this diner, and there's just a metric fuck ton of alphas in there. And she's picking up scents as she's being introduced to people. One of the first people she's introduced to is Green, a.k.a. Ryan, who smells like dark forest and ginger. He is an Asian man in his 40s who just, like, needs to grow things. And he's going to take care of you emotionally. That's what he's going to do.
Hang on. I have
while he
quotes
dicks
of
you down
all of
so
our
good.
boys. I have quotes of all of our boys because...
Yes, good.
Okay. So
good.
We'll start from the beginning though, because Seth is also a stone cold hottie. Okay.
Yes.
Because we meet him at the bar, and she meets him, and ooh, he was pretty. Some wonderful mix of heritages with yellowy green eyes and brown skin and dark hair that had whispers of red tones peeking through under the bar lights. He was a good height for me, I thought, and broad enough to prop me up against a wall and then scene continue.
Keep it together, baby.
And then we meet Apple Pie, who Alpha I'd been lusting after. He was tall, beautifully handsome with full lips, large eyes, rich brown skin, and tight black curls cropped close around his head. He was dressed in blue jeans with a white Henley. God, we really love a Henley in a romance.
We love a Henley.
And that black leather vest on his chest, a wolf howling up over his heart. Then we meet Dusty, who ends up not being one of her bonded, but he is the sweetest
sweetie
thing
pie
ever, because Dusty was the first in the line of bikers and booths. He had a young round face with speckled silver hair, and he broke out into a warm smile as I braved my way closer. Out of reach, but close enough to pick him out in my head. He was the warm blanket, and he looked as though he had the personality to match.
Like a young Santa, right?
Yep.
Isn't that what she says?
Uh-huh. And then deep, dark woods in the flesh.
Oh, hello.
And this is Green.
So sorry,
Ryan,
everyone. My
the
full
man
attention
corrected
is now here.
Whispery voice. He had silver in his black hair with the lines around his eyes to match. He was older than most of the other pack members, but I would have guessed he was still in his 40s. Asian with broad features and olivey skin. I'm the grower at the dispensary.
Yeah, he is. Okay, he talks to
listener,
plants.
welcome to Green, the reason that we're doing this book. Then, and I'm just going to read his thing because he ends up, spoilers, he ends up being a villain. And then there was Cole, an exquisitely beautiful specimen of a man and one who looked like he knew it. He had bright brown hair and icy blue eyes and a perfect nose and a dimple on his chin. He smelled like a perfect day at the beach. And he is one of the ones, listener, that like the scent drew her to the pack.
He's one of the 6 alphas that does that for her.
And then we meet Roger, a huge and grinning black man who bounced for the club and had a gentle animal smell to him and dog hair covering his black pants. And I'm devastated that Roger is not more of a thing because I want to meet his doggy.
I got a little squicked out here for several reasons. One, unless I'm mistaken, I think he's the only black character other than maybe a lady that's described later on, which is fine. It's one thing. But he is the only person who's described at all as having an amorphous animal scent to him, which I didn't love. Everybody else gets like incredibly specific, and his is like not only not specific, but it's also animal? ? And he also gets like 0 lines in the whole thing, so it feels like he's very token. And poor Roger, and I think his name is Flea, right?
No.
Isn't his MC name Flea?
Flea is isn't Flea?
No.
Oh, it is Roger. I assumed he was the animal handler of like.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right, but he has no scent of his own.
You're right, though.
That's squicky, Kathryn Moon. I don't love that.
I think I did squick it, but there are other characters of color. And so I did not take it as tokenization because most of her alphas are some version of a person of color. Yeah.
Well, Green and Tornado definitely are.
Yeah,
but
and the way that
is
Scorch,
Irish through and through.
Yeah, but the way that Scorch is described, I wouldn't guess that he or Seth is white.
Okay.
It's not explicitly stated, but like I don't think that
I think Seth has like a version of blonde, brown, auburn hair, which is not outlandish for a person of color, but it's not.
Seth is definitely
common.
Not white because he's described as a mix of heritage with yellow, green eyes, brown skin, and dark hair.
Yeah.
And then I read Scorch as black.
You read Scorch as black?
Yeah, because he's described as having rich brown skin and tight black curls.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I'm also a white person reading this
sure.
book. So like I could be reading it completely off.
Okay, maybe I'm totally wrong, but I didn't love the just animal scent on this black man. Wasn't great for me. I didn't like it.
That is totally fair. And I remember having the same reaction of like,
yeah.
And then I just assumed, frankly, I assumed it's just because having a pet is an overpowering scent if you're not an animal person.
Sure. Yeah.
But you're right. You're right. Yeah. Objectively, as an author writing this description of all of these people, there's better ways to have handled that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there's not better ways to do this. I'm not saying that the only explicitly described black man shouldn't have a more specific scent other than animal.
And maybe not animal. Like maybe not. You're not a lower being than a human.
You're not wrong. Yeah, you're right.
You're fine. Right. It was fine. I didn't like it, but it's fine.
Well, yeah, because literally the next line then is we have Steve, a young pale goth who is unable to keep a grin off his face and scented of licorice.
Yes.
That's a specific scent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's fine. But then we basically never see Flea again. He's referenced like 2 more times. Well, and a lot of times he's in the crowd. He's dating Tiny? No. He's dating one of the betas because
one of the guys in here named Thumb. I don't have his description.
I thought it was Tom, Thom. I thought it was Tom, but I also read only the audiobook, so I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that one of these guys is named Thumb, and if I remember right, It's fucking weird.
Is it because he gets his thumb like bitten off or something? Did somebody go over it with a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Too much?
No, here it is. I didn't
Somebody
highlight
drop a
it, but
motorcycle
it's right
on his
after
thumb?
we meet Thumb. Or no, it's right after we meet Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, which makes me Thumb. The next man announced was shorter than me, or he was shorter than me with velvety brown skin and keen eyes. His smile was easygoing, and Ryan relaxed as my focus shifted to him. He smelled like melon and almonds, pleasant, but not for me, and he nodded to me in a way. Thumb's the one who runs the dispensary.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does all the retailness of it all.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I am
I'm
going to
give it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of the hunt. But are you getting the thrill of the best deals? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love with the most savings and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores and even stack sales on top of cash back. It's easy to use and you get your cash back through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app and never miss a deal. Or go to Rakuten.com to start getting the most bang for your buck. That's Rakuten.
Thanks, Ashley, for being here. You are.
And then we meet Mackenzie, who is the younger brother of Brody. Brody is another Irish boy,
He's red.
whatever, that is dating one of the other betas. And Mackenzie was the secretary of the club, tall and broad with freckles and red hair to match his brother's. And my own too, for that matter. Mackenzie looked like he just walked out of a tourism guide for Ireland. His wild amber eyes flashed behind thick black glasses as he studied me piece by piece. Here was black coffee.
Yes.
One of my kryptonite alphas. Man, it's so funny reading Omegaverse too, because sometimes they describe the scent and they're so horny for that scent. And I'm like, I would die. Die. I would not enjoy that at all. But then sometimes you read it and like everybody in the pack, you're like, yeah, I'd snuff that. I'd horf the hell out of that man or woman. Then we meet Sanjay, or Tornado, who was tan with glossy black hair and lashes that looked as though they should have come from Sephora. And he leaned forward. Oh my God, it's so hot because he is so drawn to her.
Yeah.
But he's probably
But he doesn't trust himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's got PTSD from being in the army.
Yeah.
He did fighting times for our country, and now he's broken. And somebody's got to fix him, and I think she can do it with her vagina.
With Mackenzie's help.
And
because,
Brooks's guidance.
There's a lot of really hot... I'm in control of this scene.
Yeah.
And I am the captain.
Yes.
of this sexual situation. I'm not the dom, but I am the captain.
Yeah, I'm the steward of this sexual situation.
You are the vehicle, and I am the driver.
Indeed, books. Yeah, get on it.
Yeah, and Sanjay,
because that makes Sanjay feel more comfortable because he feels like he can't trust himself, and books giving him orders keeps him more present, I guess.
Well, yeah, because like objectively, there are scenes where like his name's Tornado. That's his MC name is Tornado because one time he went essentially into a PTS fugue state and just left a trail of chaos behind him.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I really liked when they talked about that because she's like, hey, do you like that your name is associated with that? Mm-hmm. And he says, actually, I kind of do because I came back and I felt like I had lost myself. And Tornado reminds me that I'm still me. I'm just a different version of me. And that was kind of beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
So anyway, he sounds like
his storyline
Dark Cherry.
A lot.
Black Cherry? What is it?
Dark Cherry.
Dark Cherry.
And then when she first walked in, there was an alpha who couldn't stop himself from like, Rrr.
He was growling a little bit under his breath.
Yeah,
he was so disappointed in himself.
He was like, "Oh my god!" And then we find out why.
Yeah.
And it's
also, he's like, he is a brick shit house. He's 8 feet tall if he's an inch.
Here was my growler, the big blonde whose cheeks were still pink and whose fingers were around the table, leaving dents in the linoleum. Bull, Quincy. He runs security for the building. Quincy's pheromones were expanding in the space between us, enveloping me in the gentle scent of roses.
Yeah.
And she whines again.
Yeah. And he's white-knuckling the table, trying
Quincy
to keep himself.
slid to the edge of the seat, his legs spread wide in an invitation to me, and the thick outline of a cock I was suddenly drooling for clear between his thighs. You're gonna break my heart if you choose another pack, kitten, Quincy murmured, eyes smiling while he made my chest ache. All I'm saying is, like, quality pack. Who gives a fuck if they're in a strip mall? They're just wonderful.
And they're all just really good dudes because there's another guy, Jeff, who is called Chef because he runs the diner in the
Do you think
strip mall?
his name changed? Like, how? I have a lot of questions about motorcycle club names, and I don't actually want answers to them. I don't actually care. But also, like, does your name change? Because, like, Cole is always Cole. Do we ever get his motorcycle name?
His motorcycle name is Cole, spelt differently.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because of his black heart.
Dummy
is no, you're not a dummy.
I am, because I remember I can see the sentence.
Yeah.
Where? Oh my god, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm fine with it.
I'm also fine with it. Cole's a gigantic piece of shit.
Yeah, he is. And the whole club knows it and just deals with it. So they're like, yeah, he's a brother, but he's also a giant douchebag. And Seth, actually, the beta of the group, is like, I'm not going to begrudge Baby for being attracted to him, but boy, my life would be way better if she wasn't. So anyway, she chooses that pack. And Kathryn Moon tries to play with our hearts for a little bit, and I wasn't having it, okay? She tries to be like, oh, the pack I chose, it's so mysterious. Which pack am I going to choose? And I was like, shut your mouth, baby, you're going to the MC. And she does.
Especially because everyone's trying to convince her not to. Yvonne is like, you should not. Like, objectively, Yvonne is basically like, you shouldn't.
Yes.
Fuck
yeah, this is going to be bad.
And it's like,
because Yvonne's like, okay, show me the nest. And Jonah trying to shoot himself in the foot.
To be fair, I would in this very specific situation, I am not a snobby person, but if I had been brought into this as the nest, I would have been like,
it's not even a bedroom, let alone a nest.
It is a
It's a windowless
cellar in
room.
the back
in the basement
of
next to two storage
past
closets.
The storage. You
It
have to go
smelled
through
weird.
the storage to get in.
It smells super musty. There's like
The
a bed,
bed's not
a
made
bed frame up against a wall that's like totally, it's disentangled on the ground. Okay, disassembled, I should say.
I just imagined a messy mattress on the floor with a single swinging light hanging from the ceiling.
Yes.
Where you like,
Yes.
ka-kunk,
Yeah,
and you pull the chain.
And then it swings a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and so Yvonne is like, okay, we're leaving right now. And Baby, on the other hand, is like, we could get some curtains, like a little carpet might help. And later on, Seth is talking to Jonah, and he's like, you're a dumb douchebag. The fact that you showed her that nest. And then he's like, but she wants us so badly. She was giving us interior decorating suggestions.
Yeah.
So that she could come here.
Oh my God. And then so this is a multi-point of view novel, and we get like everybody a little bit. I think
We don't get tornado or books.
I think we do get a tornado.
Do we? We get a Seth.
Maybe
we get
one
Jonah.
chapter of tornado. It doesn't matter. The point is
We get Bullet.
we do see scenes.
We never get
where-
Ryan. I would know. You know what I mean? I would have clocked that one. We never get Ryan. AKA Green, AKA Dreamboat.
I think it's because we don't need Ryan. Like, as far as Baby is concerned,
Ryan is just, he's a steadfast.
know
Okay.
what Ryan is. There's no question of what Ryan. Well, especially because, like, oh my God, it's so hot. Is like, I love this discussion of Jonah's the president of the motorcycle club.
Yes.
Jonah's not president of the pack. All of the alphas, as far as pack is concerned, are on equal footing. And if like Ryan basically at one point looks at Jonah dead dead in his face and says, if you think you're in charge of my relationship with Baby, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's hot.
It is hot.
He's like, I'm not going to defer to you. I'm not going to defer to your timeline. You have no business in my relationship with Baby.
Yeah.
It's just stable.
And you know what?
And like super confident in his choices and very decisive. Ryan's really great.
Ryan is a swoony dreamboat.
And we learn that even though he's very stoic on the outside, once they bond, he's got a mess of beautiful emotions just stirring underneath. You know what I mean?
I knew that there was literally not a single thing about Ryan that you wouldn't be like, this is mine. This is my man.
Meanwhile, my actual Ryan, poor thing, this morning I was a little bit quiet after making the kids breakfast. Michael goes, "What's going on? What you thinking about?" And I was
oh God!
Without thinking about it, I just go, "So I'm thinking about worm composting." Which Ryan in this book would be super into. Thank you very much. That would be me contributing to the family and the pack. All right. Meanwhile, Michael was like, where would you put worms? Like, what? Why are we a farm? Where? And I was like, maybe the basement. And he was like, what? Why?
A true alpha would find me place.
This is what I'm saying, Michael. God.
He wouldn't question my worm composting. He would make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, Michael does that in so many ways.
I know he
ridiculous.
does. I know he does.
I just realized I have a pattern. I just realized that I was doing this thing I didn't realize I was doing, which is like, I'll talk to the kids, and I guess Michael will be around. And so one time I was like, yeah, we have really hard water, and I know it's kind of hard on your hair. So, you know, maybe at some point we'll get like a water softening unit and some filters and stuff. And then the next week, Michael was on the phone with different water treatment companies. And he immediately got our water filtered. And then
Michael,
I know.
is the alpha of all of our dreams.
No, truly, he is. And then at another point, he was like, I was like,
God,
oh,
what?
yeah, Valor.
No, you know what? That's what a true, depending, not for every person, but for anybody with any flavor.
Executive function issues.
Executive dysfunction issues.
Yeah.
Just stating it out, not having to ask.
No.
Hey,
because I never will. I would never.
Well, no, because you had that conversation, Melody, and then immediately forgot that your water is hard until somebody mentioned it again. And then you're like, oh,
we do have that problem, don't we? God.
Oh, fuck.
I should have done something about that.
Do something about that.
Yeah.
And then you step away, and then it no longer exists as an issue.
No, yeah, except Michael's getting quotes in the background. Had no idea. I'm very hot. The other day, I was like, oh man, Valor, we were talking about the bathtub, and she was like, Mom, don't you like baths? And I was like, oh yeah, but I haven't been able to have a bath here really because our bathtub at the current house only does like maybe 6 or 7 inches before you hit the overflow thing, and that's not going to work for me, So I was like, yeah, at some point we're going to remodel the bathroom and we're going to get a really big tub and I'm going to be so excited about it. And until then, the bathtub is a perfect size for you. And then my Valentine's Day card was a hand-painted Chewbacca and alien in a bathtub, a bubbling bathtub, like having champagne. And on the inside, Michael was like, I think we can remodel the bathroom in the next couple of months. I think we can make it work. And I was like, what?
Because
that's incredible.
This is a good example of what I mean because like I am a deeply independent person to the point that it is almost a disservice to myself. Yeah. But by God, this is what I'm talking about where like, I'm like, I want somebody to just take care of me. Like an ideal partner, it doesn't take care of me in an infantilizing, like I'm going to take over your life way, but just does
quietly
things.
Listens. Yeah.
Just does also
makes hard things a reality.
If I don't have to make a decision, they just do it. I think that's the biggest thing is the ideal partner is somebody who knows when my input is necessary and when it is not.
It's
Unfortunately for them, these future physical, maybe not even these mythical beings.
Sure.
God forbid you get it wrong.
Right.
Because if you get it wrong, that's going to be a big fucking problem. Boy, when you get it right.
Incredible.
Hot.
I know. I mean, but Michael's never going to get me a worm composter. You know what I mean? And that's a flaw in him, not me.
Yeah, but hey, Melody, guess what? Worm composting isn't something that you're going to mention once needs doing or wants doing and then never think about again. You will think about worm composting until you make worm composting a reality for yourself.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, especially because it's hard to compost in the wintertime when we keep on getting 18 inches of snow at a time. What the fuck is that?
That's insane.
Nature? I don't like it.
That's a lot of snow all in one fell.
Yeah, it's tough. I can barely navigate the backyard to get to the compost pile.
So we end up with a scene where basically Jonah is talking to Seth and is like, hey, if she picks us, it's because of you. Like, that's it. And he's like, no, it wouldn't be. But also, like, maybe you're not wrong because you did show her a literal hole in the ground.
Yeah.
As her nest. What the fuck, Jonah? And he was
why
like,
are you setting us up for failure?
I could have put I just didn't have time for bed putting together. And Seth, like, looks him dead in his beautiful face and goes, you could have put the bed together.
You absolutely could have. Well, and in this meeting also, the final thing that Jonah says to be like, this is a stipulation if you come to this pack, is he dances around his relationship with Seth. And then Seth goes, he's wondering if it would be okay with you that we fuck each other. Literally says that. And they go and they have like
Oh my God.
private talk about it, and it's
Yvonne.
great.
Pearl clutches to her grave over
Yes. Yeah,
that. Pearl clutching.
she does. Absolutely.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I am
I'm
going
to give it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of the hunt. But are you getting the thrill of the best deals? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love with the most savings and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores and even stack sales on top of cash back. It's easy to use, and you get your cash back through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app and never miss a deal. Or go to Rakuten.com to start getting the most bang for your buck. That's RAKUTEN.
Thanks, Ashley, for being here. You are.
So they leave
Yeah.
because she has to go visit another pack and blah, blah. And she's like, yeah,
And
they're,
because-
they're it.
Well, yeah. They also leave because, like, the normal protocol would be for the pack to court her for a while, like come and give her gifts and get to know her on a whatever
Hard
basis.
to do that when your heat is fucking here.
Yeah. All of a sudden, she's in heat. Holy fuck, what do we do? And she's like, I need my pack.
Not like full blown. Like, it's not like fugue state.
It's early
heat
stages,
yet, but
yeah.
it is definitely like, oh, she calming.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
she calming. And so she does like go there. Seth ends up being like, you can have my apartment because you're
Right.
not going in a hole in the ground. The
Right.
entire time, Jonah is just constantly shooting himself in the foot because he's like, you don't have to stay. I know
Yeah.
you don't have to stay.
Somebody can offer you something better.
Meanwhile, everybody else is like, hey, baby, how can we make your life here better
The
and
best.
happy? Let us give you a reason to stay,
Yeah.
and we would be delighted to. Meanwhile, Jonah basically may as well just tie her, like fucking hog tie her and drop her back off at the Omega Center
Yes.
with duct tape over her mouth that he wrote the word returned on.
Jonah's having a really hard time, like, realizing this is real life and that he can have it.
Boy, Sanjay, Tornado has PTSD, but
Yes.
by God, if Scorch is not the most goddamn traumatized of the group.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Sir,
Yeah.
I need you to go to therapy and take a break from sucking dick, okay? Like, you know what you could have done at some point in the last 15 years? Other than finding the love of your life? Learn to love yourself, Jonah.
Yes.
Okay?
I love that Seth throughout the whole book is like, oh no, he's doing that thing again where he's telling himself he doesn't deserve things that are good. You're going to stop
Yeah.
that, you fuck. It's great.
Fucking
Anyway, so
nitwit.
she gets there and she's really tired and the boys like bundle her up and put her into
I can't
bed.
believe I just said that.
I didn't hear it. What?
I can't believe the words left my mouth. You know what you could have done instead of sucking dick? Go to therapy. I might have to. I mean,
words of
of
wisdom.
People. Yeah, like, you know what you could have fucking done instead of sex as a coping mechanism? Go to fucking therapy, bro. Like, ooh.
Yeah. And so books is Mackenzie is like, we should scent mark her. And Jonah's like, only with her consent. And he's like, she filled out the form and she said like pretty much anything goes except for bonding and, you know, something else. I don't know. Basically, everything goes except bonding. But Jonah's like, no, she needs to like really ask for each one or whatever. And just like goddamn genius that she is.
You're a little, you think you're such a king of consent. Consent is both the word yes and no, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, listen to no, but listen to yes. Especially when it doesn't even fucking affect you.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're not peacock of the walk in her relationship with everybody else. My friend.
It's true. You're only MC Prez.
I forgot just how fucking annoyed with Jonah I get in this book.
I mean, yeah. So she has Jonah mark her, which is just like schnuzzling up on her neck and stuff, maybe licking her a little bit, who knows. And then, genius that she is, first one she asks for is Ryan, okay? She's like, where is that stable king?
Ryan has no compunction.
No!
About coming in and giving that woman everything that she desires.
Yeah.
Because
Did she say she wants it? Done.
Hot.
He's hot. Yeah. Oh, he's great. Anyway, so he schnuzzles her, and then I think she asks for a tornado, and he comes up and schnuzzles her, and then she passes the fuck out. And when she wakes up, Seth is there, and Seth is like, do you want to know what my orders were? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, I'm to give you anything you want if I want it too. And she's like, oh, I like those orders. Does that include a kiss? And he's like, yeah. And so they make out, and it's great. So the next, like, third of the book, maybe, is her having a relationship with most of the alphas she's interested in. And then we also get snapshots of the alphas that she's not interested in, and they are not interested in her, still giving her courting gifts and making her feel welcome and everything, because she's still their Omega, but they just are not sexually attracted to her. And the next morning, God, she wakes up and there's like a cacophony outside.
And she's like, why is it so loud? And then she like gets up and walks in the hallway, and there's like a bunch of women leaving with duffel bags, basically.
Crying?
Yeah. And she's like, what is happening? And one of the ladies who gives absolutely zero fucks is like, doing what you want. We're fucking leaving. And she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell are you talking about?
And Emmy's like, because we fuck your alphas. And she's like, okay.
I love Emmy so much. And she's like, okay, well, like, I've definitely noticed some of y'all scent on some of them, but like,
that doesn't bother me. It's literally, it's exclusively on the alphas that she's not into. And she looks at Jonah and she's like, were you just going to throw these women out on the street? Because they live here.
He was like, well, if we had more time, that wasn't going to be the case. But like,
what are we going to do? Yeah. Yeah. We're just doing the right thing by you. And she's like,
well, and what it
is
they're doing things by this fucking bullshit
the Omega
that
standard
they live in.
Yes.
Yeah. And she's like, no. We are not going to be a typical pack, because by God, if you expect me to be a typical fucking Omega, you are out of your goddamn mind.
You're going to be really disappointed. And that's a big thing. I loved this theme in the book. There are several times when, in different ways, it is shown that Baby cannot be looked at as an Omega. She needs to be looked at and referred to as Baby. It like Jonah corrects Yvonne when she talks about her as the Omega. He's like, baby. And then there's this time when she asserts herself and she's like, do not get rid of these. I lived most of my life as a beta. They're not second-class citizens. And a lot of your guys like fucking love them. Stop it. Don't look at me and do the Omega playbook because it's not going to work. And then later on, after her heat and everything, I'm skipping ahead, but Cole shows up and he says, I can't believe I missed the best part. And Books is like, baby is the best part. It's not her heat. What are you talking about?
Cole?
He gets so mad.
Cole is such a righteous piece of shit.
He's rancid.
He's gross.
Yes.
He is the person that you like swipe right on because you're like, wow, what a beautiful package. And like your profile looks kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then he opens his mouth and immediately you're like, oh no.
He's like that Alex guy from Love is Blind. Literally in the show, that Alex guy says, I think I've got a pretty good shell. People have told me I have a good shell. Because he's so handsome, but he's red-pilled and misogyny personified.
That is so gross.
Also, he's a pathological liar.
I'm so
certain
sorry.
of it.
That's the grossest way possible for you to be like, people think I'm attractive and at surface level kind of cool.
Yeah.
The gross level of this is off the charts. Actually, I was trying to think of a comparison. There is no comparison. It's just off the charts gross.
It's Cole saying that the heat is the best part of having an Omega.
Yeah, and this is like after. So we basically go through. So like Melody started. We see the alphas giving her courting gifts and things like that. And Jonah is so fucking stuck in, we need to do this in the correct order. And it's like, guess what, bro? Correct order is blown out the water because she's a 26-year-old Omega. So that heat is coming in hot.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna have to like do things kind of flip-floppy, my friend.
Right. And he's so into it that it's a huge disservice to her because it goes against her biology at a lot of times. She's like, I need snuggles. I need alpha scent all over me. I need a knot. And if you're not going to give me a knot, find someone who will. You know?
And howdy.
Boy, do they. Okay.
She does find those knots.
Jonah's dream comes true because the first time they have sex, he tells Seth to like warm her up, basically, get her nice and juicy. And she's like, great, somebody put something in me.
Yeah.
So Seth has sex with her and then Jonah knots her.
No, does he? Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Oh, my God, because he knots her and then she's like, bite me, Alpha. And like the agreement is that there will be no biting except under non-heat circumstances, right?
Right.
And that is fine. But he is like,
he just turns his head away.
Turns his head away.
Yeah.
And now they're knotted for God knows how long.
They're stuck there.
And she starts sobbing because she's like, get away from me. I need to get away from here. And they're like, oh my. And then Seth calls the sexy motherfucker Books.
Books.
And is like, hey, Books, I need your special interest knowledge in Omegas. What happened? And basically what happened is he doesn't have to bite her, but like acknowledge that he wants to.
Yes.
She feels rejected as a little emotional hormonal Omega.
Man, I loved this too because she's laying there being like, what's the matter with me? And Seth is like, she feels like he didn't bite you. And she's like, I told him not to. Like, that's
okay. For those of you not super familiar with Omegaverse, who doesn't have a clear understanding of what this is like, think of your like ovulation period times, but also like times 8, the emotional and hormonal upheaval of that.
Well,
times a bazillion.
Yeah. I mean, I would actually add, because I would say it's like all the hormones and reactions of ovulation, and then just add the luteal phase on top of that. So you've got all the pissed offness, you've got all the discomfort, you've got all the
But it also reminds me of when I'm like, what is wrong with why am I because I'm in that place currently with with my cycle times, and I'm like, I'll have a reaction to something, and I'm like, that is the most unhinged response you can possibly have to this, and it is extreme.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Right.
Oh, hormones.
Yeah, here we are.
The answer is hormones.
I'm not actually driving this bus.
I don't know that I ever was, but
Sure.
Yeah. Nobody is driving this bus other than some fucked up hormone bullshit. Because literally all the solution is, he's like, so I just lick and nibble on it a little and tell her that I want to claim her. And Seth is like, yeah. And so he does. And immediately she's like, oh.
Total relief. Total
everything's fine.
Euphoria washes over her. Yeah. Yeah. So that happens, and then we get a finger bang scene with Ryan, a.k.a. Green, okay? That I was pretty
because
fond of.
Scorch gets up and goes and does things, and
he's got shit
they're
to
like,
do.
who do you want? And what a dream. You never have to be...
Oh.
There's always someone there to come snuggle you when you want to snuggle. Oh my God.
Please. Yes, please.
Hell yeah. And so she ends up being like, I want Ryan. They call Ryan. Ryan comes and snuzzles her up, and they fall asleep together. Mm-hmm. And then when they wake up, she's like, I'm kind of horny. And she thinks he's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And he has one hand under her shirt on her stomach, just above her waistband. And the other's just snuggling her up. And she thinks he's asleep. And she's like, oh God, what do I do?
Maybe I'll just shimmy back a little bit. What's this going on?
And then he's like, what do you need, baby? And she's like, more. And then boy, it is more. He finger bangs her
into oblivion.
His goddamn job.
And then he turns her over on her stomach, continuing to finger bang her while he is running against her ass until he comes. And she asks him, she's like, is it less satisfying, without doing anything with the knot? And he's like, no, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Yep.
And I think that actually comes back with the Cole situation later, don't you?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, okay, good. That's where we're going to stop for today. We'll be back tomorrow with the rest of this super slick kissing book. See what I did there? Heaving Bosoms is produced by us, Melody Carlisle and Sabrina Bradley. Editing is done by me, Melody Carlisle. Our theme music is by the incredible singer-songwriter Brittany Fonts, and our art is by the ultra-talented author Kate Pryor. If you like our show, remember to follow us on your favorite podcast app, rate us 5 stars, and leave a review. That one small action is a huge way to help the show. If you want to get in touch with us for advertising inquiries or anything else, you can email us at heavingbosomspodcast@gmail.com. If you want more of us, visit patreon.com/heavingbosomspodcast. You can also find us on Instagram at Heaving Bosoms, on TikTok at Heaving_Bosoms, and in our Facebook group, the Heaving Bosoms Geriatric Friendship Cult. See you tomorrow.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I am
I'm going to give it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of the hunt. But are you getting the thrill of the best deals? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love with the most savings and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores and even stack sales on top of cash back. It's easy to use and you get your cash back through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app and never miss a deal. Or go to Rakuten.com to start getting the most bang for your buck. That's RAKUTEN.
Thanks, Ashley, for being here. You are